Students, here we go. So these inequalities, the absolute value inequalities, these are destroying us. So I want to go over them one more time, try to get this to click, because somehow we are still not understanding how these work. So when we're solving these, you don't actually solve the absolute value itself. You cannot solve this. There's nothing you can solve. What you can solve is what it really means. So what does it mean to have an absolute value less than 5? Well, that means you got to be between 5 and negative 5. These are all the numbers that have a distance less than 5. All right? So less thans are always going to graph an interval. They're always going to graph one of these. So if you know that, if you know it's going to make one of these, that's going to help you set up your answer. So I like to think about putting the stuff that's inside the symbol as an interval between the positive and negative number on the other side. Now when it comes to greater thans, okay, the absolute value, what numbers have an absolute value or a distance greater than 5? Well, you got to be greater than a positive 5 and less than a negative 5. So these ones always make a split. Greater thans always make a split. So what does that mean? Well, that means you have to have the stuff that's inside, in this case the x, it's got to be less than the negative, or it's got to be greater than the positive. You got to be on this line or you got to be on this line. So I'm actually going to show you a faster way to write these. If it's a greater than, write the greater than first, then you want to flip the symbol and flip the number. What do you mean? Make a less than and make a negative. So write it like normal, then make it opposite, make it opposite. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit easier to write these. These ones are easy to write because they always make an interval. So stuff in the middle, positive, negative, less thans. But if it's a greater than, copy it, then flip it. All right, so here we go. Let's get some. The absolute value of 2x is going to be less than or equal to 10. This is one we did in the notes, so I want to do it again. Here's what you think. I like to think about putting the stuff, whatever the stuff that's inside the symbols, put the stuff in the middle. It's going to make an interval. Make it less than or equal to the positive, but make it greater than or equal to the negative. So put it right in the middle. Okay, so or if you want to think about this, it's a less than. It's a less than, so it's going to make one of these. It's going to make an interval. Okay, so I'm going to put the stuff in the middle. 2x goes in the middle. Copy and paste the symbol twice, positive 10, negative 10. Boom. It's the same move over and over. Whatever is inside the symbols goes in the middle. Whatever this number is, we got to be less than or equal to that number. So we got to be less than the positive, but bigger than the negative. An interval will always be graphed by a less than symbol when it comes to these absolute value inequalities. So don't put 10 and 10 here yet. We got to solve this thing. Divided by 2, and divided by 2. Negative 5 over here, less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 5. That is a pure coincidence. I did not mean to have it be the exact same interval. Well, it's not quite the same. It's a little bit different. This one's inclusive because it's including the endpoints. There we go. Boom. All right, so again, when you see this, think interval or think this. Okay, this is an interval and this is a picture of an interval. Okay, anytime it's a less than, if it's a less than, you got to put the stuff in the middle of an interval. Positive number over here, and then the negative number over here. And stuff in the middle, whatever the stuff may be. Sometimes it's just a single variable. Sometimes it's the 2x. Sometimes it could be, more than just one thing. So here we go. Let's solve this one. So this is a greater than. All right, so what do you think about a greater than? Well, as soon as you see it's a greater than, what do you mean a greater than? You read them left to right. Greater thans open this way, less thans open that way. It's going to be a split. So I know for a fact it's going to be something like this. So here's what I'm going to kind of do to help you. Let's start with writing the greater than. Okay, you got to be greater than a number, or you got to be less than a number. Let's start with the greater than. Watch this. I'm going to go 3x minus 1 is greater than 10. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. 3x minus 1. Flip and flip. Okay? Less than the negative, greater than the positive. Less than the negative, greater than the positive. Less than the negative, greater than the positive. Okay? That's what you have to do. So again, when you see this, think this, write this. This is what you solve. You cannot solve this. There's nothing you can do to this. Think this, solve this. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides, I'm going to have a 3x greater than an 11 divided by 3. One of my solutions is going to be x. Run out of space there. X is going to be greater than or equal to, I think that's going to be a 3 2/3. Okay, too bad that's not 12. I could have made a whole 4. Oh no, it's a fraction. Don't worry about it. Still number. 3 2/3. Okay, solve this one over here. Plus 1 plus 1. 3x is going to be less than a negative 9 divided by 3 divided by 3. X is going to be less than a negative 3. Okay. There we go. So that's what I would kind of like you to start thinking, students, all right? Think about the end product and then how do I get there? So anytime you see the absolute value of something being less than or equal to a number, okay? Anytime you see this, anytime you see a less than, it could be this one or it could be this one. Anytime you see a less than with an absolute value symbol, you need to think interval. This is going to make an interval. How do you make an interval? Well, it's going to be x in the middle, less than or equal to a number, less than or equal to the negative number. When you see a greater than, if you see x is greater than a number, okay, or if you see x is greater than or equal to a number, the only difference really is, well, this type of dots you use. Mathematically, that's the only difference, is the graphs. Okay? So you need to think, oh, I'm making an interval, so let's pick this one. I'm going to have one of them go this way. I'm going to have one of them go that way. So how do I do that? Well, x has to be greater than the number, and in this one, x has to be less than the negative number. Okay? So I like to, again, now the new trick is to basically take it, drop the symbol, and then you see your two pieces right here, flip them. Flip the symbol, and then flip or make it opposite with the number. Okay, that's what I did over here. Okay? Copy without the symbol. 3x minus 1 is greater than 10. Rewrite it, flip the symbol, flip the number. Okay, flip and flip. You're not taking that flip and make it opposite. Right? That's going to make a split when you graph a greater than, and then again, when you graph a less than, it's going to make an interval. Okay, hopefully that will help you with these solving absolute value inequalities. Again, you cannot do things to the absolute value inequalities. You have to rewrite them in what they actually physically mean.